Schwartz talks about transparency in XRP sales. Many were curious as to whether Ripple would change its approach to sales in response to the SEC's demand for financial disclosure. In response to these allegations, Ripple's chief technical officer David Schwartz recently addressed accusations that the company was attempting to conceal its XRP sales from the public. Discussions regarding the current state of the XRP ledger have taken center stage on social media lately. Schwartz disputed these claims in SEC conversations, arguing that Ripple could hide its XRP sales on exchanges at will. Some members of the community are concerned about the XRP ledger's shortcomings and have linked those concerns to Ripple. Some are concerned that this could be Ripple's technique of hiding the sale of XRP coins in the future. Similar worries are raised by the XRP Ledger project on Ledger, which asserts that the proposed EVM sidechain will allow Ripple to sell XRP tokens wrapped in an opaque manner. However, Schwartz refuted these claims. While Ledger contended that Ripple's role in exchange sales would be evident, the speaker claimed that Ripple may hide its sales activities by selling XRP on less transparent exchanges. Schwartz pointed out that while this may not be the case, most Ripple transactions can be tracked using on-chain data, so the company's sales have always been public. In addition, the company reports its XRP sales every 3 months, which further enhances transparency. Schwartz raised concerns about the suppression of XRP prices by pointing out that Ripple has stopped selling to structures, which some experts believe is a contributing factor to price suppression. Generally, Schwartz aimed to resolve ambiguity surrounding Ripple's transparency and practices and provided an explanation of the company's XRP sales strategy. In the meantime, it will be interesting to observe if the lawsuit between SEC and Ripple uncovers any more loopholes with the extended deadlines. The deadline for XRP has been extended by the Department of Financial Services in New York State. James Murphy, a legal expert, recently disclosed on the X platform, formerly known as Twitter, that the New York State Department of Financial Services has extended the deadline for ruling on his administrative appeal regarding the department's refusal to provide documents related to the XRP token's exclusion from the green list. The XRP cryptocurrency was removed from the department's approved list. Murphy's appeal is an attempt to reverse this ruling, which came from a judge ruling that XRP's secondary sales did not qualify as a security offering. Murphy is perplexed as to why the New York Department of Financial Services chose to delist the cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, Ethereum has remained on the department's approved list despite its problems with regulatory bodies. The legal analyst wonders why Ripple's associated cryptocurrency was removed and why. Just this month, Murphy expressed his displeasure, claiming that the New York Department of Finance and Security had refused to produce any documents in response to his request. Should his request be denied, the lawyer plans to sue the government for inadequate transparency. Currently, the records are being produced freely by the New York Department of Food and Safety, which Murphy is urging in October of last year. XRP was then removed from the list of tokens that were approved to be listed on exchanges, a UK Jack currency that Litecoin then adopted. Following the company's partial success in its battles with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission last year, the chief legal officer of Ripple has emphasized that XRP is unique among cryptocurrency assets in having regulatory clarity. Investors should be aware that by the court's briefing deadline of March 22, the SEC was supposed to have submitted its opening brief on remedies. As of this writing, no developments have occurred in the SEC versus Ripple case. The July 2023 ruling, which will address the selling of XRP to institutional investors in accordance with Judge Annalisa Torres' ruling, is covered in the opening brief. The selling of unregistered securities to institutional investors by Ripple violated Section 5 of the 1933 Securities Act. As a deterrent to future violations, the SEC would have probably pushed for a harsh penalty on April 22. On March 26, the public will have access to a redacted version of the opening brief. Ripple needs to submit a brief in reply. Gary Jenner filed the lawsuit concurrently with giving his speech at a conference that Columbia Law School was hosting. While discussing the market and the requirement to register with the Securities and Exchange Commission and duty does not exist in the absence of registration disclosing is expected, Gensler, the current chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission, noted that some participants in the Bitcoin securities markets are attempting to circumvent these registration rules. Many people believe that the Bitcoin markets could use some cleaning up after the growing controversy surrounding the SEC's approval of ETF applications in May. Gensler stated in a speech that the advent of computerized market makers and the XRP ledger, which have ushered in a new era for liquidity and trading operations, is to blame for the dramatic transformation of the digital finance landscape. This integration, known as Cell 30, the decentralized exchange undergoes a significant transformation. The incorporation of a non-custodial AM enhances the traditional liquidity of the DEX by offering methods for the XL30 upgrade, which is a key component in the creation of the XRP ledger, is being added to the DeFi ecosystem. This upgrade not only provides market liquidity contributors with lucrative incentives, but it also significantly reduces slippage for many tokens, making the trading environment more inclusive and efficient for all parties involved. With this interface, developers may create cutting-edge liquidity and trading solutions by simply adding functionality to their apps. Many are expecting this development as a turning point in the further development of decentralized finance, which involves disentangling oneself from automated market makers. The leaders of the DeFi community have a significant opportunity to capitalize on this innovative feature and attract big liquidity. Their success in doing so is closely tied to the performance of the DeFi community as a whole. The main goal of the model on the XRPL, which seeks to transform the provision of liquidity and trading by creating liquidity pools, is to reduce the requirement for traditional order books. Prices are set using an algorithm, especially for asset payers who do not make many direct market trades. This ensures ongoing supply and more consistent cost. The following native protocols are supported through the use of XRP's unique features. Developers can eliminate the requirement for third-party smart contracts. This is because when liquidity is consolidated at the protocol level, it becomes more effective and available to all trading pairs. Combined liquidity is the term for this phenomena, which is achieved through the use of an innovative auction method. It is easier to take advantage of arbitrage possibilities without jeopardizing market stability or abandoning liquidity suppliers. Users who are exposed can make it easier to participate in liquidity pools by making a single asset contribution, by guaranteeing fair transaction processing and reducing the likelihood of exploited behaviors to guarantee that customers receive the best prices. Transaction execution is optimized by DEX thanks to its smooth interface. In order to integrate the XRPL AM platform into their applications, developers must rapidly grasp how to apply the appropriate tools and techniques. The use of XRPL libraries to establish the development environment is the initial stage in this method. The capacity for developers to create and manage in pools contributes to the constantly shifting liquidity scene. It's also essential to interact with the XRPL community to solicit feedback and make ongoing changes in order to enhance and optimize the AM functioning. That's all for now. The launch paves the way for the creation of future decentralized financial apps.